good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Wide 20.
Tannehill on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Okay, the starters for the Miami Dolphins offensively. Charles, who are we highlighting?
Got to highlight Jay Ajayi, their running back. Came out of Boise State as a fifth-round pick, but most people had his talent much more like a second round. There were some medical concerns with the knee, but he can do it all. Run, catch, block. He's truly a three-down back.
And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They run for it with Ajayi. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl end to Marcus Ware there to take him down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
They snap it to Tannehill. And it is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Set, blue 10, blue 10.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Simeon. That is caught inside the 5. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so you don't get it intercepted and just start over.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played. 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders in New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. Tannehill looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They come up in an offset eye. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And he's got this one down to the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. They run it again with Anderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Simeon on 3rd down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Running for it, here's Anderson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A final shot before. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. On second down, Anderson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And Green with a catch left side. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on second is Simeon. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Toss play. This is Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You get the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out to the route.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line. Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jordan Cameron, 77 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back now in Miami, it's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a run with Anderson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. In the backfield is Anderson. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Screen play, Anderson. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. They pitch it out to Anderson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Again, Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictators just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. In the backfield is Anderson. Simeon. Throwing right side. That's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. In the red zone this time.
Let's go.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And this one goes. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They toss it left side to Anderson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Simeon. That's caught. It's Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Hey, blue 10.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Ready! Wide 20! Wide 20!
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Ready! Wide 20! Wide!
Throwing again is Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Ready! 380! 380!
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.